things over there. And he's here to share a song.
What do we do about Donald Trump? Years ago, to think this lump, this odious, mendacious grump would be our president seemed absurd. Who could believe a single word from this human dump, this Trump? To call a veteran a chump, to brag about whom he could hump, all this alone should bar his rump from office. Yet, how we forget the appeal of xenophobic zeal, how comforting spite and grievance feel. History shows how despots rise beneath our nose, before our eyes, with lies bald-faced, with blame misplaced. This Trump, this carcinogenic bump, abuses allies, appeases foes, deporting those he sees unfit, lying and then denying it. And every day looks for a way to make our country pay to play, to barter decency away, to throw the world in disarray, to forfeit all humanity for profit and for vanity. And now he says it would be nice if he could be elected twice. Does anyone remember what Woody Guthrie had written on his guitar? Yeah. This machine kills fascists. Yes. So I know there are those on the right who would object to that term being applied to Trump and his enablers, but I think recent events have confirmed what we suspected, that Trump has fascism in mind. Let's check the warning signs of fascism checklist. Powerful nationalism, check. Disdain for human rights, check. Finding scapegoats, check. Controlling the media, check. Obsession with national security, check. Corporate power protected and labor power suppressed, check. Disdain for intellectuals and the arts, check. Obsession with crime and punishment, check. Rampant cronyism and corruption. Check. I think it's pretty clear that whether or not he would use the word himself, Donald Trump took a look at fascism and said, "Oh, yes, please, I'll have one of those." So I invite you to join me in this classic Woody Guthrie song on the chorus, and the chorus goes, "All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose." This is what you'll be singing. Try it. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. All right, here we go. I'm going to tell you fascists, you might be surprised. The people of this country are getting organized. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose is your part. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Well, I can't tell the future, but there's one thing I know. RFK and JD Vance and Trump have got to go. They're bound to lose. Those fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. So raise your voice for justice. Stand up and rock the boat. Go grab your friends and neighbors and sing and march and vote. Bound to lose, those fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. you fascists found a thing. Before I turn it over to a good friend and colleague of mine in the House of Representatives, not yet, okay. All right, yeah, before I take off, I'll say. Before I take off, I'll leave you with a thought here. If we'd wanted a king, we could have kept the mad one. We had one, it just wasn't our thing. We preferred a constitution. Though it took a revolution, it proved a good solution. A Bill of Rights, judicial independence, free press, due process, protections for defendants, that's what we had. That's what he's trying to break. So march like your democracy's at stake. We've seen dictators come and go. Hitler, Mussolini, Franco, we know what they do. And Trump is nothing new. Engage outrage, suppress the press, and blame the mess on enemies, make corporations bend the knee, bring Congress and the courts to heel, give tax breaks while he cuts school meals. Tell us hate will make us great. And get Fox News to iterate any bullshit claim he makes up. The thing I'm wondering now is when and how his fan base wakes up. No kings, we say, and never may one reign. No thugs who step on others for their gain. Let us be for the many, not the few. Of any color, native born or new, of all abilities, of any gender. Shout unity! Shout peace! Shout no surrender!
No surrender!
Here's to freedom and the blessings that it brings. No kings!
No kings!
No kings!
No kings!
No kings!
No kings!
Thank you, Portland.